Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere. Can you hear me? Happy New Year. I can't stop playing this song. Praise Jar in the Moonlight, YG Marley. I cannot stop playing this song. Honestly. Tune. Anyway, Happy New Year. Hope you had a good Christmas. Happy New Year. All that jazz. Thank you for turning up. Listen, brand new year. I will be doing a lot. I know I keep saying this, but I will be doing a lot more streams. A lot went on over Christmas. Nothing to do with me, but for obviously certain friends of mine. So I had to be there for a certain someone because that's the kind of bloke I am. I'm old school. So listen, it's all sorted now. I'm back. Yeah, raring to go. And yeah, listen, I was going to say to you as well, some of you guys have obviously private messaged me on Instagram. And yeah, much appreciated. I you know, you really don't have to keep sending me clips of certain idiots over that channel over there. And oh, Diesel, watch this. You know, listen to what he said. No names, Julian. But guys, honestly, it's not. It's you don't have to do it because when you send it to me and I watch it, it does wind me up. We're going to get onto that anyway because some of you guys have obviously sent a message in to me on private and basically said, "Look, Deez, Big D, come, please, come back and spit facts. Come back. We need some sort of voice of reason because there are so many of him and not enough of you." And obviously, I've taken that on board, and here I am. Boom. So yeah, we're going to spit some facts tonight, like we always do on this channel. But listen, before I do the intros with you guys, there's something obviously on a more of a somber note. Today is Chig's birthday, and I'm off booze, alcohol. But do you know what? I'm going to break it just for Chig. This is a vodka and coke. I'm just having the one, but this is obviously my little tribute to Chig. Happy birthday to you, mate. There you go. Big up to Ola as well. Ola was the one who made me aware on Instagram. And I put a comment on, and you know what? I'll say it, now as to what how I wrote it on Instagram, and it's I don't shy away from this, and I've always said this. What a generous, sensible, intelligent bloke. Of all the people I've streamed with, which isn't many, if I'm honest, my favorite person who I streamed with, actually, I can't say the favorite, but he's one of. I can't obviously forget Terence and Claude, but Chig was one of my favorites to stream with. I've got to say that. I love the bloke. He was the very first person who invited me onto his channel. And yeah, what a stream that was. It was brilliant. And what I liked about Chig, and I said it on the comment earlier on Instagram, this is a man who could hold a debate. He could hold a debate. Didn't have to swear. Didn't have to, he had no malice. Didn't have to name call. Wasn't abusive. Didn't threaten. Didn't do any of these nasty things that certain others do. He could just sit there and hold a debate with intelligence and class. More to the point, class. Yeah, can't forget things like that, guys. Because I'll tell you something now. Doing this, it's not easy. Not anyone can do it. Not anyone can do it, and have loads of people watching you and worried you might slip up or say the wrong thing. This is live. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to do. But that man did it with ease. I loved his channel. The amount of times I used to say to Chick, you know, look, Chick, we're doing a stream on Monday. Fancy coming on? Tuesday. No, you can't. All right, what about Wednesday? All right, what about Thursday? Okay, you're free Friday. Honestly, I was so desperate to get him on. I just love streaming with him. And I always used to give his other channel a shout out, Chick Flicks. I used to love that. You know, it was him who sort of gave me all these recommendations for certain films to watch. But listen, I just want to say happy birthday to Chick. And listen, you know, I drink in celebration to you, mate. Top man. There you go. So yeah, that's a little tribute I wanted to do. Right, guys. Secondly, let me give the true superstars a shout out. Yeah, Diesel's Disciples. Do you like that? I come up with it earlier on, and I thought it sounded really cool. So yeah, Diesel's Disciples. That's what you people are. Right. So let me start from the top. We've got Kabir Udden in the chat. We've got Steve RFC in the chat. We've got Mindful Haven in the chat. We've got Warren's Team Talk in the chat. Big Wazza, no worries, mate. Speak to me later. Anything I can do to help, you know I'm here. We've got Dominic Buckner in the chat. Big up yourself, Dom. We've got Naeem P in the chat. We've got Ryan Stockley in the chat, my neighbour. Brother, come on. We've got Niall Kane in the chat as well. We've got Declan Fallon in the chat. Oh, I love these boys. Ali D, cousin of Ali G, is in the chat as well. We've got Joanne Smith, the gorgeous, the sexy, the lovely, the beautiful Joanne Smith in the chat as well. Hope you're well, my darling. We've got Mike England in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Mike. Hope you're well, mate. We've got TJ Warren TV in the chat. The legend has returned. Yes, TJ, you are here. Stop talking about yourself. Stop it. Stop it. I'm getting jealous. I'm joking. No, TJ, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. We've got Grant McRoberts in the chat as well. We've got Stephen Baverstock in the chat. We've got Career Mode and Chill in the chat as well. I prefer Netflix and chill, but listen, you know, you do you. Who else have we got? AFC always in the chat as well. Big up yourself. We've got Josh in the chat as well. Lovely. Fozzie Foster, come on, big up yourself. And I think that's about it. Listen, we know there's going to be more coming in later. Do you know what? Funny thing is, right? I was earlier on, it was about what, 10 to 7, quarter to 7, around that time. And, you know, anyone who does a YouTube channel will tell you, you know, one of our biggest fears is that time, you know, that one time, right, when you go to stream and there's no one in the chat. It's so embarrassing, honestly. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'd probably leave. But honestly, I swear to God. And you know, like when you look at your comments and like there's not one person in there and you think, oh God, what is going on here? Hey, fact, give me 2 secs. It's really warm in here. Hang on. Give me 2 secs, guys. 2 secs. Hang on. Oh, much better. You know what it is? It's really weird, right? As we all know, it's like the Arctic outside at the minute, right? There's snow, it's freezing cold and all that. But the minute I sit down to stream, I just get hot. I don't know. It's really weird. Anyway, the fan's on now. I'm all happy. It's all good. Right. Okay. So I said if it was a Tinder. Right. I'll just see a comment quickly. Ryan Stockley, there's too many dudes in here. And do you know what? I'm not even joking. He's actually right. If you know of any women in, you know, any girls, sisters, birds, cousins, whatever, you know, listen, just get them to watch. Yeah. You know, I'm all for a sausage fest, but I mean, this is taking the piss. Joanne, where's all your mates, darling? Bring them in, you know, invite them along. Come on. And the only other girl I know who watches is Zoe Thomas. Chelsea fan. Where is she? Need more birds in here. But anyway. Right. Where do I start? Listen, very quickly, right, before I talk about this absolute joke of a club of ours, let me just tell you. So obviously I had a really good Christmas. As like everyone else, you know, you eat your body weight, right? You know, let's have it right. We all probably put on about 2 or 3 stone over Christmas. Absolute joke. I was eating when I wasn't hungry. I'm not even joking. You know why? Because it's Christmas. It's the only time where you can overindulge and not feel any guilt. Because all of us, right? We all do it, don't we? We all think, do you know what? I'm going to take the piss over Christmas, but then come January, I'm going to proper get on it. Yeah, and most people last about a week, if that. And then by the second week of Jan, You know, you walk into a gym, you know, you're all pumped up, you walk in and it's rammed. No matter what time of the day you go into that gym, it's rammed. And straight away you think, oh, do you know what? Sod this. I've got to queue up to use a machine. What? And then obviously some people, they just lose their will to live, don't they? And then just think, oh, do you know what? Sod this. But you know what? What I would say, guys, just stay with it. I promise you, stay with it, because these gyms are only going to be packed for a two weeks tops. Trust me, the 3rd or 4th week in January, when you go in, it's going to be empty again. Trust me, there's not many people who make a New Year's resolution and stick to it fully throughout the year. A lot of people can't even reach 6 months, let alone a year. So trust me, keep at it, because that's what I'm doing, right? However, Christmas, I've got to say this, guys. I am a massive Gavin and Stacey fan. And I'll tell you something, I've been waiting for months, right, for this finale. And I've got to say, you know, when you normally 9 times out of 10, when you build something up and you build it 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 up, you know, 9 times out of 10, you're likely to be disappointed. Yeah. You know, you're likely to be, you know, disappointed. You know, you're probably going to be, I've been waiting months for this. You're watching, you think, yeah, it was all right, but it weren't, you know, I was expecting fireworks. Or I'll tell you something, the finale was absolutely brilliant. Anyone who's not seen it or never seen Gavin and Stacey, listen, literally give your head a wobble and go and watch it, because it's one of the best things I've seen. So well written. I love every single character. And sometimes you've got to give a bit of praise, man, because it's when you look at the story of it, it's so simple. It's not rocket science. It's simple, but it's so funny. You know, The Office is like that. You know, The Office, I love The Office. But you have to, if you get the humor, you'll love it. If you don't, you'll think it's rubbish. You know what I mean? But honestly, guys, give it a try. Gavin and Stacey was absolutely brilliant. And secondly, Missing You, it's a series I just completed the other night. It's on Netflix at the moment. Missing You, again, that was really, really good. Massive twist at the end. Obviously, that's as much as I'll say on it. But yeah, give that a watch as well, guys. Honestly, yeah, I watched some, you know, I watched some decent TV over Christmas. I can't lie to you. And as you know, per usual, only fools and horses. I mean, you know, for me personally, you know, being a Londoner coming from, you know, the East End, I'll tell you something now. There's no Christmas without Fools and Horses. You can't go for a Christmas without watching Fools and Horses. You just can't. You just can't. And how weird is it, right? There are certain things where you just have to praise, and there's certain things where you just don't try and recreate it, just leave it alone. It's a classic. It's something that will never ever be. You can't beat it. You just can't beat it. You know what I mean? You know, when you think of all these episodes, I've watched every single episode. Listen, I'm probably one of the biggest Fools and Horses fans you will ever meet. I promise you, right? When you're watching any episode, and you know it line for line, that's when you know you're a fan. And when you've watched all these episodes hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, and yet you still laugh, you still crease up, yeah? My God, that is special. It's special. Yeah, let's have it right. It's special. But listen, look, there's me blabbering on. The Assembled as well. Big up yourself, mate. I'll see you. Hope you're well. And look, on more of a, say, somber note, let's talk about our club. You know? Oh, Mike, yeah, Gangs of London. I'm waiting for that, mate. I think, again, I love that show. I love it. Absolutely love it. I've seen the trailer for the 3rd series. That's out soon. I don't know when it's out, but it's going to be out very soon. That looks good. The 3rd one looks really good. Absolutely. Gangs of London's brilliant. I've probably watched that back to back 4 times. One of my favorite ever series is Luther. You guys know I'm a massive Idris Elba fan. I've got the coat and everything. Took me 6 months to find it. I found it in Lakeside. Nowhere of a lie. Lakeside, Marks and Spencer's, right? Nowhere of a lie. Honestly, got it in there. Yeah, money well spent. Anyway, yeah. So look, let's talk about the Arsenal, right? Because I'm gonna warn you now, guys. A lot of what I'm going to say right now is going to be repetition, because it's the things I've been saying, you know, since I've started on YouTube, and I don't want you guys to get bored. But let's be honest, everyone else who has a channel is saying the same thing week in, week out. So why can't I? It's the same thing, you know. It's an absolute joke. You know, there's you guys always ask me, like, you know, why do you not stream every week? Why do you not talk about the Arsenal every week? Guys, I'm going to be totally honest with you. The reason why that is because it winds me up. These guys, let me talk about Julian, right? You know, for a start, yeah, because I'm itching to get to this guy, right? So one of you guys sent me a clip of him and Turkish talking. I think Robbie was there and someone that was at Lee Judges, right? 4 of them around the sofa or whatever, I can't remember, right? Chatting, and so I find it very hard when you guys send me clips, you know, listen, I'm not having to go at you for doing it, you know, obviously, by all means, you know, if you think I'm going to, you know, it's a topic for me to chat about when I do my stream, then yeah, like, you know, fair dues, send it through to me. But this particular one, I opened it and I watched it, and straight away, I regretted opening it and watching it. I did, you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again, right? The guy is an actor. He is. He's got to be, because, you know, some of the things he was saying, you know, look, I don't know. Fair play to Turkish. I don't know how that man can sit there and not slap him. I don't know. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys now. I don't know how someone can sit there, listen to all that crap, and not spark him out. I just don't know. Right? I don't know. Yeah. I genuinely do think he's putting it on. I think it's an act. I really do. Right? I really do. You know, and Robbie must have seen this guy. Do you know what he reminds me of, guys, right? You know what he reminds me of? You know, like whenever you watch X Factor and you see the judges, you see Simon Cowell and all the others, and someone comes out, some guy or girl comes out, and they just cannot sing. They're dreadful, right? Can't sing at all. But Simon, you know, there's been some over the years where Simon looks at them and thinks they can't sing, right? They're rubbish. However, from a comedy aspect, this could be gold. Yeah? And Simon will still sign them up, even though they can't sing. It's nothing to do with singing. But they've done something in that audition for Simon to think, do you know what? From a comedy, you know, like it's like similar to like a Jedward, Rylan, someone, you know, people like that, where you'd look at Chico was another one, yeah, where the judges, Simon Cowell, would look at them and think, he's never going to get a record deal. He's rubbish. He can't sing, but he's funny. The public will love him. The public will fall in love with him. You know, and you just see dollar signs. That is Robbie. That is Robbie when he looked at when he met Julian and listened to all this nonsense that Julian spouted. That was Robbie. Robbie thought, you know what? I can do with him what I've done with Ty. That's what it is. That is what it is. Yeah, because we all know Ty is deluded as anything, right? But people will still watch him. He creates controversy. You know what I mean? He will, you know, as soon as Ty's on, the traffic will just shift over to him just to listen to what he says, because we all know it's going to be rubbish, right? With all due respect. Julian is another one. Julian's been watching Ty over the years and thought, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to eclipse that. Yeah? That's all it is. It's an act. It's got to be. I refuse to believe someone is that stupid and thick. I refuse. I refuse. But it's all clicks and likes. Robbie looks at that, sees him and thinks, oh, dollar signs or pound signs. That's what it is. And I guarantee you now, and I get it. It's, you know, from a business aspect, I get it. I do get it, right? I understand. It's a business, what he's running over there. I do understand it to an extent. My problem, or the pushback I've got, though, is it's people like him that make this club a laughingstock. That is what winds me up. That is why whenever you speak to a pundit or you watch anyone in the media or they always mention our diabolical fans. They always talk about Arsenal's fan base being an absolute joke. They always talk about us having so many of these clowns in the fan base. And do you know what? As hard as it is to hear that, they are right. It's true. We do. We got a lot of dickheads in this fan base. Like, let's have it right. You know, let's be honest, right? This guy's sitting there saying we don't need a striker. This guy's saying we got Gabriel Jesus. This guy's saying this, that. And I'm thinking, I make Turkish right. Are you really a fan? Do you really want us to get better? Do you? Right? Because we get thrown that, whether it's myself, whether it's Jez, or whether it's Kenny Ken, or any, you know, go off down the lane, or you know, you're negative and you don't really support the club. Do you know what? Let me tell you something now. Not supporting the club is when you look at someone like a Julian. That is someone who doesn't want to support the club. You know why? Because he doesn't want to get better. He doesn't want us to get better. So too many of these Arsenal fans see us at a level and they are happy with this level. They're happy to become also Rens, yeah? Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Too many of these fans are okay with that, right? COVID for me, right, made it worse. The problem was always there, but COVID made it worse. Worse. Because when COVID was lifted and the fans could then enter the stadium, it was a case of, do you know what? People forgot why they wanted to protest. People forgot why they were angry with the club. People forgot. They were just happy to be back at football. It's religion, isn't it? To a lot of people, football is religion. Yeah? I knew Claude very well. It was religion to him. And there are a lot of fans like Claude. Yeah? Who have got season tickets, who moan constantly about this club, but they still go. I said this to, you know, Kenny Ken once, right? And you guys know I love Kenny. But the minute you pay for your season ticket, they've got you. I understand the emotional attachment. I understand if you give up your ticket, there's no telling when you're going to get one again. I totally get it. I get that. But there is a little part of me that thinks if you have a season ticket, don't moan. Don't moan. Because you're feeding the beast. You're feeding it. Right? I know it's hard. I know it's your club. I know you've been going for years. I know man and boy following your dad. I totally get it. I understand it. Don't get me wrong. I totally understand it. I'm not knocking anyone who's got a season ticket. But at the same time, the minute you pay for that ticket, they've got your money. They don't care what you think. They don't care about your opinion. They've got your money. Yes, and I know people will say to me, yeah, but these, if I don't pay it, that geezer around the corner is going to pay it. As soon as I'm walking out, someone else is walking in. I totally get it. I understand it. Don't get me wrong, guys. I really do. Right? But something has got to change. And the only way it's going to change is with the fans. Right? Wishful thinking, I know, because it's never going to happen. We've got the problem with Arsenal fan bases. We've got too many people like this Julian Muppet, right? And not enough like me, you, yeah? You guys in the chat, there's not enough of us. That's the problem, yeah? That's the problem, right? There was always these, and I'll tell you something now, right? Talk about clicks, likes, money and all that, yeah? And I've said it before and I'll say it again. You guys will know this, right? When Terence and I were on Claude and the Bouncers, the amount of rumours that went around that we were using this guy, you know, and it was all about money for us and we were money grabbers and we, you know, all this, that, the other, right? Yeah, I'd leave a channel which had 25, 30,000 subs to start this on my own. I've got nowhere near that amount. If it was all about money for me, guys, trust me, I would be doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 streams a day. It's not about that. It's not about that. I've told you guys before, I don't want to do this full time. Yeah, I have other interests. I have a job that I enjoy. This for me is very much a hobby, but it's a platform for me to speak out as well. It's never been about money for me. Yes, I want to grow it. Of course I do. I want subs. I want this, that, the other. Yeah. Super chats. I'm going to say no. What, my dickhead? No. Of course I'm going to take it. Yeah. I'm never going to beg. I'm never going to beg. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, whereas these people are like that. For these people, it is about money, guys. It is about clicks. It is about likes. Of course it is. You think Robbie's got Julian on his channel because, he's a really nice guy, Julian. I get on really well with him. He's a really good friend of mine. No. He's got Julian on there to make money. He's got Julian on there to create controversy. He's got Julian on there, right, in order to bring more traffic over to him. Because every time Arsenal play a game, the first question is, oh my God, I wonder what Julian's going to say about this. It was Ty, now it's swiftly moved on to Julian, right? Let's have it right. Let's have it right, because we all know that the minute that man's mouth opens, he's going to say something absolutely ridiculous, stupid, and deluded, right? This is why people just go over there to him. It creates clicks, likes, everything. Robbie ain't stupid. I'd probably do the same if I was in his shoes. It's a business. I get it. But the problem I've got is there are too many fans like this man. Too many like him. I think he's a paid actor. I genuinely believe he's an actor. I don't believe he thinks like that. I don't. Right? But let's just say he does. This is a man who's older than me, right? Probably been going for God knows how long, right? And you're telling me he's got it sussed when he comes out with all that nonsense. Why is it we can see all these things, and yet these guys over there can't? And they're older. You'd like to think they're probably more experienced as a fan. They've gone to more games. What are we seeing that these guys aren't? Seriously. Arsenal, the history and more. Buy that big steak, mate. Happy New Year. Jez, I love you. Thank you very much. I'm going to get fed tonight now because of you. Listen, mate, thank you very much. I hope you had a great Christmas, you and the missus and the family, and a great Happy New Year as well, mate. I can't listen. Last year flew by, but listen, like I say, it's a new year, fresh start. Yeah, let's do some streams together, mate. Whenever you're free, Jez, let me know, and I'll set one up on here because I do believe it's my turn to have you on. So yeah, listen, let me know when you're free. But listen, thank you for that, mate. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. See, and listen, I mentioned Jez earlier on. Jez says it on his channel all the time, you know, like we've done streams together. Yeah, we very much think the same. We want the best for the club. Why is it? And I've always said this, guys, why is it? We're in a world today. It was never like this years ago. Having ambition was seen as a good thing. You know, you speak to most girls, what do you look for in a man? Oh, a man who's got his shit together, a man who knows where he's going. They find intelligence sexy. They find ambition sexy. Believe it or not, they do. Yeah? It was always seen as a good thing. You know, you're ambitious. You always strive. That word, strive. Strive. That word. You're always striving. You always want more. You know, you get the first one. Yeah, great. Then now I want two. You get two. Now I want three. You get three. You know what I mean? You're always striving for better, striving for more. What is so wrong in that? Why is that such a bad thing? Why is it that when I talk like this, people are watching me right now probably thinking I'm some sort of idiot, right? When Jez says it, right? And he might get some abuse or certain comments in his channel because he's saying the same thing as me. What is so wrong in that? What is so wrong with supporting the club but wanting your club to be better? Because we know they can be better. Let me give you an example, right? Because Man United are going through this right now. Man United are done, by the way. They're finished. I'm telling you now, that club is done, right? They rock up at Anfield. It was Anfield, wasn't it? Yeah. Rocked up at Anfield yesterday and got a 2-2 draw. And all of a sudden, all I'm seeing today are, what a performance. What a performance. They really wanted it. They really fancied it today. Great. So let's forget how bad they've been. Let's forget all these games they've lost. But they were up for it. Oh, okay. So we've now seen they can do it. We've now seen they can work. We've now seen they can put a performance in. Yeah? So, okay. So on that, okay. So based on that then, from now until the end of the season, that's what we want to see from that man. Just say, if I was a United fan, from a United fan should be saying that then. They should be saying that. We've seen it. We saw you play well against Liverpool, right? Now we know you can do it. Now we know it's in your locker. Every game from here on in until the end of the season, that's what we expect. Yeah? But no one's saying that, are they? They're just praising them for a draw. They didn't win. They're praising them for a draw. Yes, this is Man United. My God, me growing up, Man United was the club. It still baffles me now when I look at a lot of these fans, and do you know what? Their fan base is no different to ours. Ours is worse, but just by a smidgen, because their fan base is also infested, right, with absolute scumbags as well. They are, right? They are. But Arsenal's fan base are slightly worse than Man U's. Yeah, but we both have similar issues, similar problems. Two giants of the game dropping, right? I will never, ever, ever, and I'll come to the comments, guys, I promise you. But listen, I will never, ever apologize to anyone on here, right? Whether it be my family, my friends, my bird, my son. No, I will never, ever apologize for being ambitious. I will never, ever apologize to anyone, right, for wanting better. Wanting better. There is nothing wrong in that. Any one of you guys who are having an issue at work or with your partner or whatever, right? Someone trying to dig you out because you want better than what you got, or you're ambitious and you want to strive, you want to reach for the stars. Yeah, anyone in your life who's got a problem with that, get them out. Kick them out. And I mean that. Kick them out. I don't care if it's your wife, your missus, your mistress, your cousin, your sister, your brother. I don't care who it is. Anyone who's got a problem with that, hasn't got your best interests at heart, get them out of your life. I promise you guys, you will not look back. Do that. Do that one thing. Yeah? All we want is to be better. I've said it before. When you look at the Arsenal, when you look at the infrastructure, it's all there. This is what bugs me. It's not like we're a million miles away. It's there. The stadium is there. The worldwide appeal is there. It's there. The facilities, it's there. Right? It's there. I've said it to you guys before. Arsenal can go and play any game in any country in the world. They will pack it out. It doesn't matter. Could be America, Southeast Asia, China, Timbuktu, the North Pole, the South Pole. It doesn't matter. Wherever Arsenal go, they will pack it. That is what you call a big club. Big, big. And yet we're seeing this now. We're seeing Saka now out, right? And if we're being honest, when you look at what he's got, will he come back the same? I doubt it. Yeah? He's been running to the ground. And I remember Jess saying this. He said it. I've said it. You guys, we've always said for the last 2 years, he needs cover. He's playing too much. He needs cover. We've been saying this. We haven't just said this last week, right? Go back and check the streams. We've been saying it for time. And yet this man hasn't done anything. He's not looked after him. He's not protected him. As far as I'm concerned, this is on him. Michelle, he's thrown Saka to the wolves. And there must be players in that squad, who are looking at that and thinking, this is on you, boss. You can treat your main man like that, the star boy, yeah? If you can treat your man like that, what could he do to me? What can he do to me? Absolute joke. This player's 23, right? And he's played all... Do you know what? And the thing is, even when Arsenal are 3-4-0 up in games, why are you not taking him off? Every game he completes. We make a joke of it. We see him limping off. I used to think, I'm not going to lie, guys, every time I see that, I used to think, I thought he was on a wind-up, Saka. I really did. I thought he was on a wind-up. But now I look at it and I think, well, maybe he is in pain every game. He's playing through the pain barrier. You know, he's our main man. And it's like, people are raving about this transfer window we had, and they're raving about this manager we got. And yet, when Odegaard was out, that's one player, by the way. Well, I'm not on about 3, 4, 5 players out. We had one player out, one. Martin Odegaard, one. We had to change everything. We had to change the way we played. We had to change the system. We had to change this. We had to change that. We never looked the same team. Yeah, Odegaard's come back in. For me, he's not been great, if I'm honest. I still think he's injured. That's just my personal opinion. I think there's something wrong there, right? He just don't look the same. Yeah. But now, Saka's out. Again, one player. He may be our main player, but he's still one player, isn't it? One player out of a squad of how many? 25, 26? Right? One player's out. And all of a sudden, oh, God, what are we going to do? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, the world is going to end. Oh, God. Right? Why are we thinking like that? Because we don't have an adequate replacement. We don't have anyone who can step in. And again, I keep having this row with certain Arsenal fans, yeah, an understudy. They keep why? Listen, this argument of oh yeah, but you're never going to get anyone quality because you Saka's always going to play. So why would a quality player come and play second fiddle to Saka? Well, hang on a minute. I've said to you guys before, and listen, I like Saka. Like, please don't think because I don't think he's world class. People automatically think I'm saying he's crap. No. If you're not a world class player, it doesn't mean you're automatically crap. He's a very good player. Could he get there? Possibly. Is he world class right now? No, he's not. I'm sorry. No, he's not. And I've had this argument with so many of my mates, right? Because they think he is, right? He's not world class. In fact, we don't have one world class player in that squad, let alone the team. Not one world class player in the squad. We don't. Right? We don't. It's as simple as that. Good players, yeah. Right? Saliba, not yet. No, let's stop throwing this term about too easily. Right? Let's stop throwing it about. 2 good seasons doesn't make you world class, in my opinion. Right? I'm sorry, it doesn't. Right? There's more to consider. Yeah? But now Saka's out and we've got no one there. And do you know what the worst thing to happen to Arsenal, guys? And I mean this, and some of you might not like this, but you know me, sod it, right? The worst thing to happen to us in the last few weeks is Gabriel Jesus. The worst thing to happen to Arsenal. He got the hat-trick against Palace, followed it up with another 2 goals. And all of a sudden, and funny, isn't it? It's funny how right just before the January transfer market, all of a sudden, up pops Gabriel Jesus out of nowhere, scores 5 goals, and all of a sudden, this whole section of Arsenal fans go from left to the right. Oh, maybe we don't need a striker. Hang on. Maybe Jesus can do the job after all. He's just scored 5 goals. He just scored a hat-trick against that world-class Crystal Palace team. Wow. Maybe the answer was right under our noses the whole time. Yeah, Gabriel Jesus. Wow, and we can save money. We ain't got to buy anyone now. We got Jesus. Woo! Here comes the title. Do you know what makes me laugh? I say that with comedy effect, but it's true though, isn't it? Like, there's so many Arsenal fans who have been blinded by that, right? Gabriel Jesus is nowhere near good enough. I'm sorry, he's not, right? I don't care how many goals he scored against Palace. He's been here long enough, right, to show us something. He ain't showed us nothing, right? He's not a striker. Even he knows he's not a striker. He's openly come out and said he doesn't want to be a striker, right? Doesn't want to be a striker. Doesn't want to play up there. Let me tell you something, my friend, Gabriel Jesus, right? You are an employee. The club pay you. We pay you. You play, right, where we tell you to play. We tell you to play in goal. You go running over to the goal. All right? Got it? Right. Shut up and on your way. I'm sorry, guys. It's as simple as that. I'm not into this sentiment crap. I'm not into this, nicey. No. Those are qualities that Diesel does not possess. I'm sorry. I'm not into that. Right? I'm into winning. By any means necessary. Winning. Right? Winning and ambition. Show ambition. Right? Show ambition. Yeah? Because I'll tell you something now. Arsenal, for me, are not going to win this league, right? People need to just get real with it. We're not good enough to win the league. We're not, right? We're not. But I'll tell you something now. Anyhow, Liverpool win it, which I think they will, then I'll tell you something. All this stuff about, if Liverpool win it, well, questions have got to be asked of Michel. Questions have got to be asked. No, we were at that stage a couple of years ago. What are you talking about? What? He's got to go. Listen, I'm getting really wound up. I can't help it, guys. 750 million spent. I keep going back to the money because it's so important. It is. It's so important. 750 million spent. Odegaard's out injured. Oh my God, panic stations. One player's out. One. Just one. And we change everything, right? Everything. Yeah? Martin Odegaard comes back. Now Saka's out. Again. And all I'm hearing is, we should have enough to get by, if there's an unbelievable deal to be made in January, then we will look at it. Look at it. If an unbelievable deal, right? Deep this, guys. Honestly, deep this. If an unbelievable deal can be made in January, we may look at it. Look at it. Sorry? An unbelievable deal. Yeah? That's like, you know what it is, right? That's like, I'm a Samsung man, right? Samsung Galaxy, yeah? This is an S21 Ultra, I think. What's the new one out? S24? Is that the new one? That's like someone saying to me, right? Just someone saying, the S24 Ultra, these, it's out. Listen, I've got one, right? They're normally 1,200 quid or £1,000 or whatever it is. £1,000. If you want it, I'll give it to you for 50 quid. Yeah? It's like that, isn't it? It's like that. Where even I would look at it and think, do you honestly think if I can buy a phone, a top-of-the-range phone that's just come out, brand new, yeah, nothing wrong with it, normally £1,000, normally £1,000, and my mate is willing to sell it to me for 50 quid, right? £950 off. And I'm saying to him, I'll think about it. Think about it. If I said that, right, like, think about it to my mate, he'd probably knock me out. He'd knock me out. He'd think I was something wrong. People in the white coats would be after me. Yeah? That is exactly what it is, guys. I'm sorry. We needed players anyway. Listen, before Saka got injured, we need players. Mikel Merino, what is he? What is he? I don't rate the guy. I'm sorry, right? Listen, some players I'm all for. He's just got here. Need a bit of time to acclimatise and adapt, and new country and all this. I am like that, guys, and I can be like that. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not that Arsenal anymore. We're in a position now. We need to be getting players in who are ready now. I'm not into this. I'm not anymore, guys, because of where we are now, right? I keep coming second, keep being the bridesmaid. No, I'm not into this, needs a year to adapt. No. We need ready-made players now. Players who can come in and do a job now, right? We've got a title to try and win, right? Now, when I hear about this transfer window coming, it's very hard to buy players in January. Very hard, very hard. Listen, if we got the money, put the money down. Put the money down and do it. Yeah? Put the money down. Liverpool are looking likely to... But listen, let me say something now. As great as they've been, don't get me wrong, every team has a blip. They've not had theirs yet. They've not had a blip yet. They've not, right? Very, very, very rare a team wins the league and doesn't have a blip all season. It's very rare, right? Very rare. Anything can happen. Injuries, loss of form, this, that, the other, right? Arsenal need to, because to me, when I watched that game against Brighton, I didn't see a team there who were fighting for the title. I just saw a team who looked lackluster, couldn't be bothered, right? And I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, that, boys and girls, Diesel's disciples, that is why. What you see that game against Brighton? That is two things, right, come out of that for me. First thing, We need a striker. Anyone who can't see this is absolute blind and should not be anywhere near this club, right? Yeah? Yes, Julian, I'm on about you, bruv, right? Because there are too many idiots in this fan base like you, right? People like you disgust me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, yeah? Before I've always said, you know what, he's probably a nice guy, blah, blah. No, I'm past that now. You are an absolute dickhead. You're a fool. You are an absolute fool. You are an embarrassment to this club. Absolute embarrassment. I don't know if you're doing it for clicks or whether you're serious or whether you are an actor or whether that's fake. And as soon as the camera's off, you're like me. I don't know, right? I don't know, yeah? But if you are any sort of true fan, yeah, and you sold out for the money, then more for you. More for you. Enjoy your 5 minutes because that is all it will be, yeah? Yeah, think he's a celebrity now and he's going to be there for years. No, he's not. No, he's not, right? Sorry, no. Yeah, Claude was the biggest thing to happen on that channel, and look how they treated him. Yeah, so Julian, I wish you luck. I wish you luck, but you're an absolute idiot, mate. If they are your true opinions, then do you know what? Get out of this fan base and take all these wrong-uns and all these scumbags with you. Seriously, because there are too many of you guys, and that you are one of the main reasons as to why this club will never progress. Right? It just won't progress. Because it's people like you who are so happy to settle. You just settle. It's like in a sales office where you got your one or two superstars who are destined for the stars and they want to hit the heights and they're ambitious. And all the rest of the people in the office are what you call plodders. They just plod along. They're happy to just be there. 15 years' time, they're in the same seat at the same desk on the same money. Yeah? Plodders. They're just plodders. Yeah? I'm sorry, that's all they are. Right, just happy wherever they're dished up. Again, I'll keep saying it. Ambition, right? Ambition. It was like before. Oh well, out of the two players, which one would you rather have, Diesel? That one or that one? We're Arsenal. Why not buy both? Why is that always a question? Why does it have to be? It can only be A or B. Why can't it be A and B? Why can't it be him and him? Why can't Arsenal come in like the big club they are and say, do you know what, we're Arsenal. We're taking him, and we're taking him, right? There's the money. There you go. Bang, 3 players in. Why can't we do that? Why? Why does it always have to be, well, we can only buy Johnny or Billy? Buy Johnny and Billy. Buy 2 of them. We need them. I just don't understand this club. And this is why, guys, I've always, and I'll comment, listen, I will come back to the comments, I promise you. This is why I've always made a point of saying, when it really comes to the crunch, these guys don't want it. They don't want it. I'm telling you now, they don't. Anyone who watched that game against Brighton, they don't want it. They don't want it, guys. They don't. They're happy with top 4. They are a top 4 club. Top 4, right? The owners, top 4. They are, right? Michel should be, listen, he walks on water at this club. I don't care what anybody tells me. He's got power. He's probably got more power there, right, than what Arsene Wenger had. He's got power, right? I know for a fact he can go into that office or whoever and say, listen, we need this, right? We're on for a title here. Liverpool, I'm certain, guys, 99% certain, at some point during this season, they will have a blip. Yeah? But now I'm looking at Arsenal thinking, if they do have a blip, are you prepared? Are you there? Are you prepared to take advantage of it? Because I don't think they are. They're not good enough. Kai Havertz up front. No. Kai Havertz at the club. No. I don't care if he scores the odd goal against a Norwich or an Ipswich. No. In the games where it really matters, where is he? Right? Where is he? He's useless. He's not good enough. Gabriel Jesus hit a little purple patch. All of a sudden, so what? What are we going to hear next? He scored 5 goals against Crystal Palace. Oh, brand new contract. Yeah, is that what he's going to be next? He's going to get a new contract now? Or are we going to do an Eddie Nketiah and give him a new contract? No. I'm sorry, it just winds me up because it's the same drivel every single summer, isn't it? Every single year, it's the same nonsense. Arsenal do a little bit. They never do what's required. They do a little bit. They'll patch it up, right? We've got players where you think, oh, Thomas Partey, right? Oh, well, Partey can play there. He's not a right back. Yeah, but he can play there. Arsenal just want to make do. They just want to make do. They never want to go, really go for it and hit the heights and really go hammer and tongs. No, Arsenal just want to make do. They just want to make do. That's it. That's the best saying I can say to you guys. They want to make. They're happy to make do. They're happy to be the bridesmaid. They've got no interest in being the bride. Yeah, and it's been like that. God knows how long. Do you know what the annoying thing is? Arsenal have the money. If Arsenal was struggling or they were cash strapped, I totally understand. I get it. But they're not. The Bank of England club. Come on. Right? You think they're called that for no reason? This club have got money and lots of it. Yeah, and they don't use it. You're telling me, right? Michelle can't go in there and demand what he wants. Yeah? I'm not saying he's got to go in there and saying, I want 6 or 7 players and I want them now. No. He needs a good 2 or 3 minimum. Right? Minimum. We need a striker. Need a striker. I'm sorry. Need a striker. And listen, I will say this, right? I will say this. When we play Brentford, in fact, I'm going to get your take on this, guys. In fact, hang on, before I come out with that point, let me just come to the comments. Gavin L, big up yourself. Gav, hope you're well, mate. I see you. TJ, we are banter. Facts. Ali D, do we have to talk about mate? Do you know? Listen, I'm in the process of changing this channel name. Yeah, I don't want it to be Diesel Arsenal. Mate. I'm changing it. Early doors as well. Tone, hope you're well, mate. Early doors football TV. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Yeah, exactly. Just ads. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Jez, there you are again, mate. Hope you're well. AJ as well. AJ Bites in here. I see you, mate. Hope you're good. Dale Boy as well. I see you, mate. There you. Oh, hang on. Where do you go? There you go. Hope you're well, Dale. Hope you're good, mate. There's me speaking about fools and horses, and Dale Boy's here. Come on, love it. Hey. Anyone else I've missed? Oh, Bertrand. Oh, mate. Bertrand, listen, you've been with me from day, boy. Day. Yeah, Bertrand's from the old school, mate. Hope you well, mate. Hope you good. Hope you had a good New Year, mate. Nice Christmas and all that. Lovely jubbly. Love it. Let me just quickly. AFC always. Diesel Arteta can't manage injuries, squads, lineups, or manage to use players in their correct positions. We're a big club with no elite manager, no elite director, no elite players. Striker problem resolved. Diesel. Jesus is the saviour. I actually fully agree with that. Diesel about Gabriel Jesus. Sell him and go and buy Jonathan David, an actual number 9. Oh yeah, and what? 1 year he's out, isn't he? He's out injured. Christ. LED, there aren't many world-class players globally these days. The quality of player has degraded. I don't think players push themselves to improve anymore as they all earn stupid money already. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, that's a good point, mate. It's true. Listen, let me just say this to you guys, right? Let me just get your take on it. Oh, hang on. I've got to read this because it's a compliment about me. John Ngo. I hope I've pronounced that right. If I haven't, but I'm so sorry. Say it like it is. Yeah, too right. Say it like it is. I miss your honesty. I've been a fan since '93 and I'm slowly finding myself drifting, but still hanging on. The leadership is not convincing. I'm hanging on by a thread. Big up yourself, John. Nice. Mate, listen, you know, they say it's a free country, free speech and all that. You know, that's rapidly declining now because, you know, it feels like you can't say much anymore. Do you know what the funny thing is? And I'll tell you guys this, right? You know, every time I do a stream now, I have to what's it? They try and let's say what's the term? Is it not copyright? What's the term? They try and strike it, and they have to appeal. And 9 times out of 10, they let it through. You know, after watching your stream, we are happy to inform you that it's fine or whatever. I never got that before. I could, and this now, every stream I do, I've noticed it. The last 6, 7, 8 streams I've done, every time I get a thing come up, a message saying that they've held it back for review. And in my head, I'm thinking, but why? Like, it's not like I've sworn in the title or anything. Like, what's the problem? And it just makes you laugh. It's like, because are they doing this now with people who are deemed controversial? I don't know. Yeah, but every stream, I guarantee you now, this stream tonight, it will be held back. Guarantee it. But I won't change. And that's the thing, John. Say what you feel. I'm telling you now, people will respect you more, or they should. Yeah, say what you feel. Don't hide behind. Don't be a sheep and follow people or follow his opinion. Yeah, or whatever. Right? Static, big up yourself, mate. Yo, Diesel, you're live. Welcome back and Happy New Year. Static, my guy, my brother. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Lovely Christmas, lovely New Year's, mate. Hope yours was good too as well. E54 Ultra, he's a plant. He must be on about Julian. Must be. Rest in peace to Claude. Always, mate. Always. And listen, rest in peace to. I was just about to say, mate. Yeah, it's Cheek's birthday today, so here I am having a vodka and coke. In tribute to him. Oh, lovely. Very nice. Yet another one. Rest in peace, Stephen Featley as well. Christ, we've lost some good ones, haven't we? Jesus. Andy D, if Johnny and Billy are at Chelsea, we'd probably buy them. Yeah, exactly, mate. That's what I'm saying. Facts. Arteta has too much power. Yeah, he's Danny Cook, my guy. This is my Aubameyang, mate. Come on, Dan. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Listen, we've been saying for time now, haven't we? On this channel and certain others. And listen, I get it. I know we are a minority, and I know obviously, we get pelters from time to time because of the things we say. I can assure you, it's not for comedy effect, or it's not for just trying to. Some people, listen, I will say this, right? There are some people on, even the ones I like, right? There are some people on here who controversial, and they're like, how can I put it? They go a bit OTT, right? Because as we all know, controversy sells, right? Let's be honest, it does. Yeah, it does. But what I can't have, what I don't understand is people like us with our opinions, right? Why are we the ones who are deemed to be non-Arsenal fans? And yet guys like him over there, the actor, right? When you got Turkish sitting there saying, Julian, like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, do you not want us to get better? We need a striker. Don't you want a striker? Don't you want, class players at the club? Don't you want to elevate? Don't you want to, and I have to question myself. We're the ones, myself, Jez, several others, we're the ones who people are, you're not Arsenal fans, and I'm like, so what's he then? So, if we're not Arsenal fans, what is he then? Seriously, what is he? Because you've just listened there to a man who's content, doesn't want better, doesn't want to strive, doesn't want a striker, doesn't want better players at the club. Yeah? If we win the league, it's a bonus. Yeah, great. But, I just like going to the stadium and watching a game. What happens. And do you know what, right? I said it to my dad over Christmas. I totally understand. I don't understand. When it's a child saying that, when it's a teenager, all right, I get it, because look, they're young. They're young, right? They don't know life yet. You know, they might support the club, but they haven't seen what we've seen, you know, people of my age and older or whatever, right? You know, you're going to get these kids now, they're so influenced by these people, by AFTV or by whoever else, right? You know, as a youngster, you watch these guys, and to the kids, these guys are like, wow, heroes, right? You know, but they're young. They're young. They're innocent. They're young. They don't know it. You know, they think they've got it tweaked. They haven't, right? So when a kid says this, here's what it is, right? When I'm hearing a full-grown man say this, and someone who's older than me, by the way, right? Someone who's older than me. So what I've seen over the years with Arsenal, he's seen it as well. And when he's coming out and he's saying nonsense like that, that is where I will come on this channel and I will call him out. Yeah? I don't know him. Don't want to know him. Right? I can tell the guy's a loser. Don't know him, but I can tell he's a loser. I can tell. One of them kids who is probably bullied at school. Right? Doesn't want for nothing. I can't. Do you know what? Yes, people, won't like this or whatever. But I am what I am, guys. If you don't like it, turn off, unsubscribe. I don't care, right? I don't like people in life who are like that. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't like losers, guys. I don't like them. I don't like unambitious people. I just don't. I like to surround myself with people who want to get better. I don't surround myself with millionaires, right? But as long as you got your head screwed on, even if you are at the bottom, but you're trying to get there, you're trying. I can see you try. You know what I mean? When you get people like this who are just happy to be runners up. They're just happy to be in the top four. They're just happy. They're happy to just get by. Yeah? Just get by. These tickets are going up in price. I keep saying this. I don't apologize for saying it. These season tickets are going up. Everything is going up but people's salaries, right? Yeah, we all agreed on that, right? Everything except salaries, wages is going up, right? Man United have just increased their tickets, yeah? Absolute piss take, if you ask me, right? But Arsenal have done the same, right? We've got merch on its way out now. And there's, you're telling me if an unbelievable deal was there to be made in January, you guys will look at it. Yet, when you bring out your merch, the fans are required to buy it. And let's have it right. This merch ain't cheap, right? It ain't cheap. And the poor parents who have to get it for their kids because their kids just won't shut up until they get it. I look at that and I just think to myself, you're bringing out your merch expecting us to buy it. And you've done that. You do that several times during the season. And yet, all we ask, we do our bit as fans. I don't personally, but, a lot of you guys, you go to the games, you have a season ticket, you're paying top dollar, right? You're eating and drinking in there. So you're feeding the habit. You're feeding the beast, right? Fair play. But all we ask is we're doing our bit. You do your bit. That's all we ask as fans, right? Go and do what's required. Go and plug the holes. Go and get some quality players. First and foremost, go and get a striker. Go and get it. And yet they can't even do that. I'm sorry. The man's not bought a striker since he's been here. I just like... And again, someone said to me the other day, he's the third highest paid manager in world football. The third. Now, think, guys, there's hundreds of managers, hundreds in Europe alone. Hundreds of managers. This guy is third? And he ain't won nothing? And when you say that, right, And again, you have to mention the money. Because it always comes down to money, guys. It always does. It always does. Always comes down to money. Right? The guy's on top dollar. He hasn't won anything. Right? And also, over Christmas, or I think before, when he come out and he mentioned the community shields. Right? This geezer, he done a young Terence. Right? That's what he did. He did a Terence on us. Don't forget the community shields. Do you know what? When he said that, and people would try and protect him and say, "Oh, it was banter." No, listen, Michelle don't do banter. I'm sorry. He's one of them. You could tell his demeanor. You could tell he's not a banter. He's not about banter. He's not, right? He's serious all the time. He's not about banter. Let me tell you something now. I've wanted this guy to go for time, but when he come out and said that for me, if that should have been the moment where all these fans who are the opposite of me, that is the moment they all should have woke up and thought, he said what? Nah, sorry. Gotta go. You mentioned a community shield. You're the third highest paid manager in world football. When you're the third highest paid in say Europe. In fact, it is world football. I'm sure it is. Let's just say Europe, right? You're the third. That he's on elite level money, but he's not elite. This is what makes me laugh. This is why when people like Julian or Egal or any of these others, right, when they come and I listen to them saying these things, think about that. He's on elite level money, but he's not elite. He hasn't won anything in his tenure at Arsenal, and this man isn't even in trouble. He's not even in danger. There's not a sniff of danger, about him losing his job or whatever. There is nothing at all. In fact, this man could probably go another 5 years here, not win anything, and he's as comfortable as a sandboy. Do you know what I'm saying? See, when I look at these fans over here, when I look at these people, I think to myself, how are you not seeing this? How it can't listen. I get you got a channel and you're trying to get subs and likes and super chats and money and all this, right? But how can you come out with the same tripe every week? Yeah? Tell the truth. It's easier to remember. It's easier to remember. See, like when these guys lie, you catch them out because you remember 6 months ago, hang on a minute, you didn't say that. You said this. And then they try and backtrack, didn't they? You've seen it. You see it all the time, right? I've got no respect for people like that. I'm sorry, I don't. Say what you really think. Speak the truth. Because if you speak the truth, you'll never, ever get caught out. You'll never. When you lie, you got to always think, oh, God, I've said this last month. I've got to... No, speak the truth, right? Speak the truth. This manager is not good enough to get us over the line. He's not. I'm sorry, he's not. Right? And I keep saying it before. I don't dislike them. I don't hate him. Right? And he's done a lot better than what I thought he would. But we're at a stage now, guys. We're at a stage now. Thank you very much, Michelle, for what you've done. But we're at a stage now where we need to cross that line. We need to get to the promised land. Right? He's not the man to do it, guys. He's not. He's not. And we're at a stage now, the last couple of years, we should have won it, and we haven't. And all of a sudden, it's not so much Man City we've got to worry about now. Now it's Liverpool, right? And when Liverpool drop off, it'll be someone else. This was meant to be our time, Arsenal's time. And we haven't crossed the line. We haven't crossed the line. How many chances does this man need? How many more millions does he need to spend? 750 million, guys. Come on. With that amount of money, you should have a world-class team. World-class team. You should. Or at the bare minimum, you should have at least 3, 4, 5 world-class players in that team, in that squad. For that amount of money. Yeah? Come on, guys. Come on. Whether you like him or not, let's get real now. Because if you generally do have the best interest in this club at heart, you've got to start waking up and think, do you know what? You know what it is with a lot of these guys? A lot of these guys, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, they believe what I'm saying. They do. I don't care what anybody tells me. They do, right? They play an actor when the camera's rolling. When the camera's off, I guarantee you now, when they're amongst their little circle of friends, they're saying the exact same stuff I am. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Right? I guarantee it. But no, when the camera's rolling, yeah, they haven't got the bottle or the balls to actually come on camera and say, do you know what? I was wrong there. I was wrong. I've changed my mind. No, I thought he was the man. He's not. I've seen enough. He's got to go. Yeah? They ain't got the bottle to do it. They haven't got the bottle to do it. I'm sorry they haven't. Be a man, right? And come on your stream or camera and speak the truth. Are you really an Arsenal fan, or have you sold your soul to the devil and you're just in it for the money? I mean, I very much doubt any of them are millionaires over there. Is it really worth it? Is it worth that bit of coin? My God, how many of these guys have got mansions? Are they really well paid over there? Really? I beg to differ. Honestly, I beg to differ. Do you know what I mean? I can understand if you're over there and you've got a life for your teeth, but you're making bundles and bundles of cash, yeah, and you're set for life. Yeah, I get it. Fine, cool. Yeah? What, you're honestly telling me they're making loads and loads of money over there? You sold your soul for that? Nah. I have an issue when I look at a fan and I think, my God, this guy's older than me. He's older than me. And he's coming out with this nonsense. He's seen us win titles. He's seen what I've seen. He's seen more than I've seen. More. He's seen more than me. And he's still got this loser mentality. He's seen the players that I've seen at this club. He's seen, before my time, yeah, some of the quality we've had at this club. And yet this guy is content with Gabriel Jesus because he scored 3 goals against Palace and he followed it up with another 2 against Palace. So he's our saviour. We don't need to buy anyone anymore. Gabriel Jesus. Woo! Yeah? People are talking like this guy's just got here. He's been here a while, you know. Absolute joke. Joke. But you know what? Do they really want, do you know what the thing is? Right? I know I've got nowhere near the amount of subs as what they have. I guarantee at least one of them watches this. I guarantee at least one of them does, right? And you know what? They'll probably watch this, or someone they know will watch it, or whatever. And they're probably, you know, it's like Yardman. It's like when, you know, that clip I saw when he was talking like how I was to Robbie, and he had all these scumbags around him, just laughing at the geezer, laughing at him. What do you want? You know, when you buy your ticket at the start of the season, what is it you want? I want to win the league, Robbie. I expect us to win the league. And when he said that, oh yeah, you're a joker, Yardman. Oh, you're funny, man. Even Robbie was laughing, and I'm looking at that thinking, my God, you know. And they are. I just think to a lot of these youngsters, these guys are the face of the club. Not to me, they're not. But to a lot of these youngsters, you know, the next generation of Arsenal fans, you see these guys, you know, looking at guys like this and laughing. It's like, us win the league. No, come on, seriously, Yardman. Seriously, man, come on. What are you after? Whoa, hang on a minute. Whoa. Oh, you know, hang on, hold up. Ease up a minute. Ease up, hang on. You're laughing because I've said that. How much are these season tickets, Robbie? What are they, 50 quid? 75 quid? How much are they? Are they not the highest ticket prices in Europe? Certainly in the league, right? This is where people's intelligence needs to come in a little bit, guys. This is where people, you know, chuck it back to him. If you pay £300 for a TV, and it's all right, you get what you pay. If I pay £3,000 for a top of the range Sony TV, £3,000 for a TV, it better make me a drink in the kitchen. It better be quality. I paid £3,000 for something, and I get it home, and it's okay. £3,000. I'm taking that back to the shop, right? It's the same thing with football. If I'm paying top dollar, especially in this day and age, right? In these times, if I'm paying top dollar for a season ticket, then yeah, too right. I expect the club to win something. I want my money's worth, right? I'm paying Harrods prices, and they're shopping in Poundland. No, I'm sorry, no, enough. But yet, when I say it like that, yeah, do you know how many Arsenal fans are going to be watching this now, thinking I'm some sort of idiot, I'm a wrong un or whatever? But what have I actually said, guys? That doesn't make sense. Am I wrong? That's the crux of it. That's what I'm trying to get to. Am I wrong for saying this? Yeah, if you're paying top dollar for something, you expect everything back. Yeah, because these teas ain't cheap, right? The burgers in there aren't cheap. The fries isn't cheap. The beer's not cheap. The burgers aren't cheap. The hot dogs ain't cheap. Yeah, but yet people still buy it, right? And if you're asked a question, what do you expect? Well, for what I'm dishing out, for what I'm shelling out, I expect them to win something. I don't think that's unreasonable. But you know what? To a lot of these people, it is. To a lot of these people, it's like you're a comedian. They treated Yardman like he was a comedian that day. What did he say that was wrong? What did he say? Seriously. But them little scumbags around him, yeah, knocking him and grabbing his shoulder and all that. This is what I'm questioned about being an Arsenal fan. And yet these scumbags here, these little dirty, rotten, nasty little scumbags, yeah? What? They're the proper fans? No. I'm more of a fan than what they are. What you think? Because they go to a game, and I don't. They're no. Sorry, no. Get that out your head. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of it, guys. I'm sick and tired of these people infesting this fan base. Yeah, just go support someone else. Mediocre. It's honestly, it's not just me saying it, guys. There is a reason why you ask any non-Arsenal fan who's the worst fan base in England. They always say Arsenal. They do. I'm telling you now, do a survey tomorrow. Ask 50 people tomorrow. You guys in the chat, ask 50 people tomorrow. Ask 50 non-Arsenal fans tomorrow who has the worst fan base in this country. I guarantee 99.9% of them will say Arsenal. Fact. And they're not wrong. We are. Right, we are. Because of pricks like this. That's what it is. Joe Gugg, big up yourself, mate up your world. Diesel, the one and only that says it how it is. Come on, Joe. Honestly, mate, it winds me up. Static Diesel, in response to before, my Christmas and New Year's were good, eventful, but definitely peaceful. I hope you enjoyed your Christmas and New Year's. Top man, nice one, mate. It went so quick though, didn't it? Black Man Dom, come on, my God, I love that name. Yes, Tripod. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, please, guys. Yeah, listen. Listen. Also, mate, I'll tell you that's another thing. Oh my God, I have lost so many subscribers. Yeah, YouTube are telling me, oh, there's a glitch or they've had an issue over Christmas, and everyone's losing subs. I was like, yeah, listen. You know, you've had this before where I've lost 10, 15, 20 subs. I've lost about 300. Literally 300. I'm hoping that is them and it's not me. I don't know, but listen, it is what it is. Nat Leslie as well, big up, Yo Diesel, man of the people, a true supporter of the club. Shame this man cannot be on here more often, as he has said before, due to work commitments. The guy speaks volumes of honesty. Love you, top man. Thank you very much. Best comment of the night so far. Is anyone else in here going to top that? Come on, top it. Someone. Yeah, love it. Thank you very much. Big up yourself. Nutty Dread. Static as well. 31 likes. Lovely. Nice one. God, my phone's going mad here. Kevo's Footy Chats TV. Big up Diesel in the chat. Hope you're all good. Bun Mikel, no plan. That guy couldn't coach the under-10s. Always moves like a coward, season in, season out. And do you know what? Right, I've got to say this, right? This is another thing. I can't help it. What's really winding me up about Arsenal at the minute, yeah? Why does it take them a minute to do a throw? Why does it take them a minute? Why are they time wasting on corners? They time waste on throws. They time waste on free kicks. Every time Arsenal get a corner, I hear the crowd. Oh, it's like it's a goal. It's like we've just scored a goal. When Arsenal get awarded the corner, you just see the fans. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Do you know what? If that was any other club, that would disgust me, you know. Honestly, disgust me. Like when Arsenal do it, I feel embarrassed to support them. I really do. This is what annoys me. This is why I know they won't win it, guys. You know, they haven't got it in them to win because Arsenal, Michel's tactic is this. Every game we play, right, he's always on about the early goal. Right, if Arsenal score early, they score first and they score early, that's it, shut up shop. Right, and then they will take their time on corners, take their time on free kicks, take their time on throw-ins. As soon as Arsenal score that first goal, you just see they shut up shop. Right, they don't go for it. They don't get one goal and try and get the second and the third and try and suffocate the team and really, you know, like, you know, go at them. Right, no, they score that first goal and then they ease off. Yeah, and then they shut up shop and then they're like a fortress at the back. And it's like, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, my God, what a lack of ambition that is. Lack of ambition. Seriously, kill the game. Just kill the game off. You know, but no, that one goal and then they just shut up shop. Nah, sorry, it's not for me, man. DWTT, pick up yourself. Hope you're well, mate. Right, an hour and 20 minutes. Christ. Where are we? Jay Greens as well. Jay, I see you, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. I've got to read this. AFC always Diesel. 3 hot dogs at the Emirates Stadium will cost you 50. No, behave. I know there was a lot of money. I didn't realise it was that much. Are you serious? Nah. Confirm this, please. Someone who goes, confirm. AFC, do you go? Have you got a season ticket? Is that, no, honestly, straight up, is that a wind-up? Let me know. Let me know. Early doors, Tone, £27.10 for fish and chips. Behave. Tone, is that at the Emirates? Or is that at your stadium, London Stadium? Christ. Jimmy D, rotted. Jimmy D, my guy. Evening and Happy New Year, Diesel. Hope you're well, mate. Same with you all in the chat. Jimmy D, one of my long-timers. Hope you're well, Jimmy. Hope you're good, mate. Happy New Year to you as well. Love you, bruv. Diesel, static. Come on. I love it. Aguna Matata. Big Gooners, come on. You know. Diesel in demand. That's what I'm saying. See? Like a boomerang, always come back. Jimmy D, see, non-Arsenal fans, they speak the most sense. Your main issue has not been killing the teams off enough, dropping too many points, especially against teams you should be beating. Exactly why you've drawn 7 games. Exactly. But yet, we've drawn 7 games, and in a lot of those games, you look at it and you think, my God, we had a few chances, but we squandered them. You know why, Jimmy? Because we don't have that gunman, as I like to call it, a gunman up front. We don't have it. Yeah, so when I've seen idiots and pricks like this over here, yes, and yeah, I will call him that because that is exactly what the man is, right? Pricks like this who, oh, well, Jesus scored 3 goals. He's popped out of nowhere. So, yeah, he'll do. Yeah, he'll do. We don't need it. No. Get out of my face with that. Yeah, get out of my... Too many of these fans, right? Before that Palace game, every man and his dog was like saying, do you know what? We do need a striker. We do. We need a striker. All these games that we're drawing, whereas if we'd had a gunman up front, that gunman who can make the difference in those games where we're not playing well, but we get 1 or 2 chances, he can slot them away. That's why we need a gunman. Yeah, and everyone was in agreement with that. Not everyone, but a lot of people was coming around to that way of thinking. All of a sudden, we play Palace, he gets a hat-trick, Jesus, and all of a sudden, people just do a swift 360. And now it's, we don't need a striker now. We've got Jesus. He's in the form of his life. He's just scored 3 goals against Palace. Yeah, he'll get us all the goals. And it's like, this, he's not just come here, you know. Like, this is the thing, it's thick. It's just stupid. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, and as I said earlier on, that's the worst thing that could have happened to us, because when Jesus scored that hat-trick, that's where I thought, do you know what? Even if there was a slight chance of us going into the market in January, now that he's done that and he scored a hat-trick, you know what? Michelle will look at that and think, oh, hang on. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. And we won't get anyone, you know, in January. We won't. And we will draw more games. We will lose more games. We'll see games where we've had a few chances and you think a proper striker up front, he would have scored that. Yeah. What was the chance? Right. Brighton. Yeah. That game, I think he was offside anyway, but I don't think he was aware. Jesus, right, got put clean through, 1-on-1 with their keeper. And do you know what? If it was Haaland, I'll be right. Yes, blatant goal. I see Jesus going clean through, 1-on-1 with the keeper. And you know when you just know he's going to miss this. He's going to miss. I have no confidence in Jesus. I'm sorry. 1-on-1, clean through. I don't look at him and think, this is, you know, like a Harry Kane, Haaland, Lewandowski, those sort of strikers where if they're clean through and goal, it's just between them and the keeper. You know it's a goal. You just know. You know it's natural. It's going to, yeah, this guy, nah. Sorry, nah. Yeah, we're boring to watch. Yeah, damn right. Diesel, I'm not joking. Oh, my God. Do you know what? I need to get that comment back up. Hang on. Where is it? Jez, AFTV has caused this. They are the cancer in the young fan base. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mate, I'm telling you now, they are a large part of the reason, right, why we are a laughing stock. I'm telling you. Because of the people they have on. Right, guys. I've said a lot tonight, right? I've said a lot tonight. Some of it you'll probably agree with. Some of it you might not. If you take anything away from me tonight, right, it's this. Yeah? It's this. When I talk about what happened with Yardman, when I talk about, you know, paying top dollar for something, and if you're paying top dollar, you want a return on that money, right? It's like anything in business. Arsenal looking likely they're not going to do anything in the January window, right? However, they still got merch coming out. Merchandise for the fans to buy. When you look at this, I've said it before, right? Well, I said it to Kenny Ken, the season tickets, and, you know, you're feeding the beast. I know you love the club, but that sentiment of yours is what helps these guys. That sentiment of yours is what the Cronkies crave. Yeah? Because you're paying your money, your hard-earned money, right? Once they've got your money, they don't care about you. And I've said this before, guys. We're not fans anymore. We're customers. Right? We are customers. Big difference. When you look at this, 3 hot dogs. 3 hot dogs, right? Now, look. You can go into Lidl, right? Now, what's the other one? Because I get them. Oh, Farm Foods, right? Or Iceland. You can go into them and you can get a see-through bag of hot dog buns. No word of a lie. £1.5, £1.10, something like that, right? Literally. And you get what? 7 or 8 hot dog buns in there, right? You can go to Aldi or Lidl and get the hot dog sausages. They're at what? £1.5, I think. £1, just over £1, right? For the sausage and the bun, £2, just over. And yet they're charging £50 for free. And I bet they're just normal size, right? Even if they were the big size, £50 for free hot dogs, £50. £50. And we don't have a right to demand a title. £50. And you know there are parents at the game, you know, little Billy, little Johnny, little Mary, little Ruby down there. Oh, but Dad, I'm hungry. Dad, I can't wait. No. Yeah, and all that nonsense, right? And you think, oh, do you know what, just to shut him up or shut her up, let me just go and do it. Yeah? Well, what if you got 2 or 3 kids with you? You're looking at what, 70, 75 quid? £50 for free hot dogs. We're not even talking about drinks here. You know, and they're upping the prices, or they have recently. And I look at that and I think, this club, this is where I do look at the fans sometimes. I can't help it. I do. I've got mates who got season tickets, and I look at them and I just think, don't moan. I do. I'm sorry. I've got mates, and we've had arguments over this. You got a season ticket, no matter what this club does, no matter how many times they bend you over, no matter how many increases they put on these tickets, year in, year out, you will buy it. Don't ever moan. Don't moan. Don't moan. Right? You can't. It's like someone who moans about Labour or Tory. Yeah, but you didn't vote. Who are you to moan about that party or that party, but you didn't vote? You know what I mean? You can't be bothered to vote. Who are you to moan? You can't moan. You can't moan. You didn't vote. It's the same thing. You know, and this is what I'm saying. When you're paying top dollar for something, guys, you expect a return. So when Yardman said, I expect us to win the title, too bloody right and all. Too bloody right. But you see the people around him. One man he was. Yardman. One man. Look how many people surrounded him. There's loads of them. There's loads of them who are like that. Losers. There's loser mentality. It just winds me up. And because there are so many of them over there, our young kids growing up are looking at that thinking, oh, it must be that because they're all saying it and they've got the biggest platform. Honestly, the club's done. It's done. Seriously, if they thought anything about this club and about the generation of fans coming up, yeah, start speaking the truth on there. Start speaking the truth. You can speak the truth and be a celebrity. It's fine. You ain't got to lie. But they do. Oh, well. Static Diesel laughing at facts, feed the children. Come on, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Absolute joke. Right. I'm going to wrap up in a minute, guys. I'm this year I'm trying not to go for 3-4 hours because yeah, you guys ain't gonna want that, and it really eats up into your night. Jimmy D, Forrester on a roll, take away Arnie's slot, but Nuno Santo, I'll say that, is definitely in contention for manager of the year. What a job he's doing there. Oh mate, listen, all day long, he's doing a great job. And listen, you know what it is, Jimmy, right? Certain managers suit certain clubs. They do. Because I'll tell you something, he is a good manager, right? Yes, he didn't do anything at Spurs. And it just seems, I used to have this argument. Jimmy, you'll remember this. Me and young Terence having the argument because he trying to tell me, oh, Ancelotti's crap. He didn't do anything at Everton. Okay, so he's been at, what? 9-10 clubs. He's won everywhere he's been, bar one club. Bar one. The one club he didn't do anything at, we just write the man off, yeah? Write the man off. Let's ignore the other 9 clubs he was at where he won trophies. Let's ignore that. We'll just we'll just focus on that one that he didn't do anything. And you know what? That is most of the people today, right, in this country, especially in this country. That is how these people are. Yeah. In a way, I'll be honest with you, and I will say this, right? Ange Postecoglou, I actually like the man. I think he's a good manager. I really do think he's a good manager. And I feel sorry for him a bit because I see these medias and these pundits and like they're just goading him, right? How many times have us fans said, do you know what, we just want the manager to come on and just say it how it is. We just want a manager to, or a player to just, when they do these interviews, just speak the truth. Like, stop trying to like politician me. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop trying to like little man me and all this. Speak the truth. All right, just say what's real, say what's what. And this is a man who more often than not does. And I'll tell you what, they probably go. I do feel a little bit for him. I do. I'm not going to lie. I'll take him in a heartbeat over Arteta. I'll tell you that for free. He's a good manager. He's a good manager. You're certain managers you look at and you think, my God, if you are backed, you could do something. You could do something. Yeah? Honestly, Jimmy D, Sean Dyche, I think he's a good manager. I've always said that. I've always, on this channel, I've always said Sean Dyche is a good manager. And people laugh. People laugh and they think I'm chatting rubbish. He's a good manager. He's a good, honest, old school type of manager. People will run through a brick wall for him. The problem is he's been at clubs where he's had no money. He's had no money. You know, people, you know, quick to write him off because, Everton, and, you know, they're losing this and they can't score a goal and this. Listen, that man is working with one arm tied behind his back and he's doing it and he's keeping them in this division. Because I'll tell you something now, if Frank Lampard had stayed there, you guys would have got relegated. He's a good, honest manager who players will play for. Right? They will play for. I'd like to see him at a club with money. Right? I'd like to. I don't think it will last with this freaking group coming in, by the way. I think he'll be out soon. Shame. Because he's done a solid job there. You know, but this is what I'm saying, Jimmy. He's had no money. He has to work with what he's got. Half them players, all the players there, they're not his players. You know, and you look at it, and in contrast, I'm looking at our manager, who does have his own players, who has spent a hell of a lot of money and seems to get everything he wants. And he still can't cross the line. You know, what a contrast. You know what I'm saying? It's an absolute joke. Diesel, it's been a great show. Hope you and your family have a great Christmas and New Year. Oh, bless. That was back in the day, wasn't it? Football Capo, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. Dim low, come on. Diesel, better late than never. Papo, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, mate. Hope you and the family had a great one. Nice. And I hope you all had a great one. Joel Eaton as well. I see you, Joel. Diesel, mate, genuine question. Rice for Arsenal. No, Rice. Listen, I only say that because of Casemiro's age. If they were the same age and Casemiro was younger, Casemiro all day long. Rice is having such a poor season. Poor. And you know what? Do you know, it's funny, right? When Rice first came to Arsenal, I thought myself, of course. But now, I'm starting to. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I've got a couple of friends who are also Arsenal fans, right? You know, a couple of boys of mine, and they can't stand Rice. They can't stand him, right? They don't rate him at all. And it's normally me who's, you know, sticking up for him a little bit and saying, "No, he's good. He's a good player. What are you on about, blow?" And yet, the more I watch Declan Rice, the more I think to myself, do you know what? I'm starting to come around to their way of thinking because I still don't know what he really is. Or is he just being mismanaged? I don't know. You know, he was obviously the hero at West Ham. But with all due respect, you know, and Tone, you know, you'll know this more than anyone else. No, you know, West Ham's close to my heart. You know that. You know, my dad's West Ham. And obviously it's my second team. I have got a soft spot for West Ham. I've always said that. But nonetheless, when you leave West Ham and you go to Arsenal, you know, it is a step up. You know, you're playing with better players and more is expected. And I just think to myself, I don't know. For me, he's not. I think he's not crap. He's far from that. But I just think, for me, the jury's still out on Rice. For me, yeah. I don't know whether it's the manager just mismanaging him. I don't know. Some people are telling me he's playing with an injury. I don't know. I don't know. But at the moment, I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing. If anything, I'd say he's regressed this season. Oh, actually, look, AFC always, like you just said the same thing. Rice has regressed since the end of last season. Yeah. Tone, early doors. Diesel, your manager tries to play Rice in a different position than what he is. He's no Cam. He's a CDM all day long. Yeah. And I think, do you know what? I think he's not. What I would say is this. I agree with you, Tony. He's not a Cam because he doesn't have the passing ability, you know, to be a Cam. He is a CDM. He is. But what worries me about our manager, I think the reason he brought Marino in, Mikel Marino, was to free up Rice to go and attack. And Rice isn't that player. He's not technical enough. He doesn't have the passing range. He just, as a CDM, he can sniff out danger. He sees things early doors. Pardon the pun. No, but he does. He sees things early, and he can snuff out danger. Right? That's the Rice I see. I don't see this Rice, you know, driving. He's trying to turn Rice into a Granit Xhaka. He's not a Granit Xhaka that last season he was with us. Had a free role to just roam forward and go and, you know, join the attack. Rice ain't that kind of player. He's not. And I think that's what the manager's doing. And I think that's in part, I think that's what's ruining him a little bit. Ali D, the jury is out on most of our players. I think it's only Gabriel that has improved under this manager. Do you know what? Let me ask you guys, before I go, let me just ask you guys something, right? Playing devil's advocate a little bit. Would you guys agree with me if I said, because, you know, like, Saliba gets all the plaudits, yeah? I actually think Gabriel's been the better defender for us in the last year. I don't know. Would you guys agree with that? Everyone talks about Saliba, yeah? He's quality, like, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I just think there's something about Gabriel that I like, man. I don't know what it is. He's more no nonsense. I like those old school defenders. I just like old school. I love it. And he just seems to me he's a non-negotiable, no nonsense. He loves to defend. Yes, he makes mistakes. Who doesn't, right? But yeah, I don't know. There's something about Gabriel. I just think everyone talks about Saliba. No one really talks about him. That's just my view anyway. Rice is a 6. He's better than Arteta. Playing him as an 8 is wasted there. Yeah, facts. I'll take royalty payments. Go on, son. My guy, you know. Come on, Tuan. I try to manipulate the boy now. Yeah. That's my mother tongue. AFC always Diesel Gabriel should be captain. Yeah, good shout. In fact, do you know what? Oh, the problem is you ain't got a lot to choose from, have you? Do you know what? Yeah. When I look at who's in the side, Saliba's too quiet, nice, you know. I think what it is, I think with them two, what I like is they complement each other. Because they're very opposite. They're very different. You know, it's like Ferdinand and Vidic kind of thing, isn't it? Where Ferdinand is the Saliba, you know, silky, just goes about his business, you know, silky on the ball like a Rolls Royce, and you got Gabriel is like a Vidic, just like a not really technical, but you know what? No nonsense, non-negotiable. Loves to like defend and put his head in there and get involved. And I think that's what it is. They do complement each other well. But yeah, I do think Gabriel needs to get more of a mention than what he does because no one really talks about it. Yeah, for sure, Diesel. Gabriel has been very good. He's lost the bozo gene too. Yeah, he has. Saliba is more of a bozo gene than Gabriel this season, no doubt. Yeah, facts. Jimmy D, I think you might have a point, Diesel. You look more reassured at the back when he plays. Got that presence about him. Exactly. Come on. See, Jimmy, I'm never wrong, son. Odegaard is the worst choice for captain I've ever seen. Yeah, he's not a captain. Sorry, he's not. Gabriel is the closest thing to a leader we have, and I use that term loosely when it comes to our squad. Facts. God, Vidic was a top player. My kind of defender. Quality, mate. Odegaard should be a squad player. Depends on other players to be good. There you go. Hengedi as well. I see you, mate. Come on, Gabriel's captain material indeed. Right. Okay, guys. Well, with that being said, listen, it's 1 hour and 45 minutes. I think I've done all right tonight. Listen, all I can say is thank you for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure. Much appreciated. And we've had a good chat tonight, haven't we? Very good chat. Great show as always. Hope you and your family have a great Christmas. Joker. So, Diesel, yeah, been good seeing you back. More of it, mate. Everyone wants that, and you should too. Nice one. Top man. Thank you very much. Well, listen, what time is it now? 9 o'clock. Right. Actually, I'm going to make a nice cup of tea. Going to get into bed, mate, and watch try and find a film to watch. So that's what I'm going to do, eh? And then obviously tomorrow, go to work and do it all over again. But guys, listen, all joking aside, it's been really good tonight. Much appreciated you for joining me and putting your comments in. 39 likes. Listen, 50 minimum. So anyone who hasn't liked, if it's not too much trouble, would you mind? Please, do it for me. Good to see you back, Deez. Top man, right? Cheers, mate. Hang on, Ali D. Cheers, Deez. Great show. Great to have you back. Lovely. And Geddy, always nice to listen to you, Diesel. Have a good one. Top man, thank you very much. Do you know what? Not one. This is what I love about my channel and about you guys. Our little community here, our chat room. I've not had one dodgy comment tonight. I've not had one wrong one. And to be honest, we never really do it, do we? You know what I mean? So listen. I don't say it often enough, but the mods I've got, thank you very much, guys. Listen, like you look after it. You probably see things I don't. But yeah, listen, thank you very much. Listen, brand new year. Yeah, let's start as we mean to go on. We've lost some right good people. Yeah, whether it be on YouTube or whether it be personally. Another year goes by and we're all still here. Yeah, and one of my New Year's resolutions, obviously, I've got to hit the gym. I've got so much weight to lose. It's a joke. Well, not a lot, but a couple of stone. I think that's everyone. Everyone put weight on over Christmas, but not only that, but it's that saying, isn't it? Don't sweat the small things. I'm one of them. It doesn't take much to tick me off. Little things will get me angry, and I've got to learn to get a bit better at that. I've got to learn. It's one life, live it. There's people we've loved who have lost and gone, whether old age or younger than me. What I'm saying? We're still here. We have a lot to live for. We are still here. There's always that one person around the corner who's worse off. And I've got to start remembering that. So when I moan about something that's so trivial, that's so minor, yeah, that's something I've got to get better at and just start looking at the positives. Trying to start being a bit more of a glass half full kind of person because, there are a lot of things that I've got and I'm proud of, and I'm doing all right. Obviously I want better. I'm striving, ambition, but got to say, all right. And we've all got kids, and we need to be role models for those kids. All right, so what I'm saying, no one else is going to do it for us, guys. We're the ones who have to do it. Yeah, we are the ones because it's getting tough out there. Telling us, it's getting tough out there. Man, back in the day, walk out of a job in the morning, walk into another one in the afternoon. Them days have gone. We've got to try and teach these younger generation to win. Go to win. Try to win. Don't just take part. Go for it. What I'm saying? Earn it. Do your best. So that's all I would say, guys. No, a film, LED. A film. I've done that this morning. But yeah, guys, love yous. Wish you well. Top. I'm going to play the intros and outro, all right? Later on. Love you. Thank you. Bye. Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere.